Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Janine of TBOQ Crochet, and in today's video, if you have been wanting to learn how to crochet but you don't know where to start, look no further. I will go over just some basic materials that I use to learn how to crochet, and let's get started. So as you know, if you have seen my intro video, I actually discussed how I learned how to crochet. I started crocheting a few years ago, back in 2010, 2011, I want to say, and I quickly had to stop after that. Just because I was busy at the time, I had a lot going on, and so I couldn't devote my time to crocheting. So when I began crocheting, I actually just went to my local yarn store. I don't even think I went to a yarn store. I just grabbed some yarn out of Walmart along with some hooks, and I just went all in. Just had an idea of making bags, of making hats, and just went all in. But needless to say, when I started, my stitches was not where they are today. Let's just say that. Baby, those stitches was so loose. And so I found, like, the bags that I was making, I wish I had kept some of those things, but I didn't. So the bags was like hanging, like them stitches was, the stitches needed stitches. Let's just say that. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I started at, and so I decided to pick up crochet again. So the things that I did this time that were different from last time, I actually studied. Let's just say that like that. I actually put time into studying, to learning, to getting my hooks. Now I just recently learned that there are two different types of hooks, and there's a taper hook and there's an inline hook, and I'll show you the difference later on in this video. But let's get further into the video and the information that I'm going to give you. So if you are a beginner, you just starting out, you have never crocheted before, this is a beginner's course that I will go over with you. So yeah, let's get started with that. So here's the beginner's course. It's by Easy Crochet, and it's easycrochet.com, and I will link everything down in the description box. But it's a beginner-friendly, beginner's 4-week crochet course. It's a total of 4 weeks. And with week 1, if you have as little of like 3 hours, you can get week 1 done. And I'll just go over week 1 and week 2 with you, so you can kind of like get an idea of what the course consists of. So in week 1, day 1 is introduction to crochet. Day 2 is crochet hook basics. Day 3 is crochet yarn basics. Day 4 is gather supplies. Day 5 is yarn meets hook. Day 6, learn to chain. Day 7, you'll learn the single crochet stitch. Okay, so that's all in week 1, and it says it's 3.25 hours. So if you have that amount of time, you can learn those things in week 1. Now in week 2, The total hours is 3.5. So on day 8, you will learn the half double crochet stitch. Day 9 will be the double crochet stitch. Day 10, it says triple crochet stitch, but that is your treble crochet. The person who wrote the course put triple. Triple is treble. And so day 11 is the slip stitch. Day 12 is your gauge swatch. Day 13, you're finishing off. So how to finish off your rows and stuff like that. And day 14, you get a 2-week recap. So you get a 2-week recap of week 1, and week 2. And so then you can go into week 3 and week 4. I won't go over everything, but you kind of understand what the course consists of. And like I said, it's a beginner's course. Anyone can use this course. If you have never crocheted before, the total time for this course is 15 to 18 hours. It just depends on the person. It depends on you, how far you want to advance, how quickly you want to advance. So you receive all these printable course sheets with instructions on the different steps, and it goes day to day. The worksheets explain everything. It tells you what is crochet and some questions that you may have, the definition of crochet, and I'll just say it briefly. The term crochet has a specific crochet meaning referring to the process of crocheting fabric by interlocking loops of yarn or thread with a crochet hook. So crochet is an art that uses a crochet hook and fiber, such as yarn, thread, or even twine to create crocheted fabrics. And so it goes over your different yarn fibers. You have your natural fibers, which are wool, cotton, mohair, silk, bamboo, banana fibers. Then your synthetic fibers, which are usually your manufactured fibers that are not found naturally. So that is nylon, polyester, acrylic. And these fibers are usually cheaper because it's manufactured. And then it goes over your crochet hooks, beginner crochet stitches, which are your chain stitch, your single crochet, your half double crochet, your double crochet. It goes over the difference between knitting and crocheting, which the first difference is that crochet uses one crochet hook and knitting uses a pair of knitting needles. So like I explained, I actually studied this time. I didn't just throw myself into the art of crocheting. So with studying, I actually, this is just some regular photo paper. It's thick. I use this to actually, once I already knew how to do a slip knot, how to do the chain stitch, and how to do the single crochet, but I actually did a diagram of what each thing looked like, and the different chains and what it consists of, and I actually put it on photo paper. So that is one thing that I did. I also, like I went over the course. I actually purchased yarn, and I took the time to purchase a crochet kit. And so this crochet kit, it doesn't have all of my hooks in it, especially my hooks that have the soft handles, because they're in other projects that I'm currently using. But you get your aluminum or your metal aluminum crochet hooks, and these hooks range from your smallest hook, which is a 2 millimeter. So you have your 2 millimeter all the way to your 10 millimeter. And then your hooks that have your soft handles. Now, these are great for individuals that have problems such as arthritis and different things going on with your hands. And most crocheters do experience some type of difficulty with their hands. So these come in a 2 millimeter all the way to a 8 millimeter is what they come or consist of. So it also came with stitch markers, a little snipper to snip your yarn. It comes with different darning needles to actually weave in your ends and stuff when you're changing over yarn. It came with these huge like safety pins. It came with that one, and then this real big one. And it also came with a seam ripper. So this kit can actually be used for other things, not just crochet. There's little like thumb stuff for your thumbs when you're actually sewing by hand. Yeah, it comes with a variety of different things, and I actually sew as well by hand, and also with the machine. I have a sewing machine. So that's that for the crochet kit, and I will link it down in the I think this is so nice how it has the you can snap it closed. That is so neat. So I will link that down in the description box of the video. I will also link down this crochet course in the description box. This crochet course also comes with it comes with a variety of different patterns. You get an exclusive pattern bundle with this course, and you have a crochet blanket, and it gives you all your different abbreviations. So that's another thing that I had to learn, all my different abbreviations. Like CH is your chain, ST is stitch, DC is double crochet, SK is skip, SC is single crochet, and YO is yarn over. It also comes with ear warmer pattern. It comes with a button scarf pattern and a triangle blanket pattern. So this course will be listed down in the description box. Some other things I did was purchase crochet books, because I know I wanted to crochet handbags. I purchased a crochet handbag book, and it goes over the double herringbone crochet stitch. It goes over the popcorn stitch, the chevron stitch, the puff stitch, basket weave, and edging techniques, everything that you need to know, joining your ends, how to work in the back stitch and join, the ladder stitch join, and it also gives crochet bag patterns. So yeah, I purchased this. I believe this was my first crochet book that I actually purchased. Then I purchased the Crochet Granny Square book, and I'm sure a lot of crocheters may have these books. And this goes over your granny squares, holding a hook, holding your yarn, that you can hold it as a pencil, or there's the knife hole, or some people call it the spoon hole. Your tension, what your tension should look like. Now, I'm a person that I work with a bulky yarn, which is t-shirt yarn. So in order for my stitches to be the right way, I work with a smaller hook instead of the hook, the recommended hook for a t-shirt yarn, which is, I believe, anywhere from 8 to 12. Some may recommend a 6, but I like working with a 5 or 5.5. And so yeah, this book goes over a lot of different stitches. Your treble crochet stitch. It teaches you how to work in spaces, how to work in rounds, and then it gives different granny square patterns. So you have your V-stitch square, your shell stitch square, your cluster. It goes over some of the others, some of the same stitches, like in the other crochet book, the crochet bag book. And then you have your traditional granny square, and it teaches you, you know, your abbreviations you need. BEG stands for beginning, CH stands for chain, CH1SP stands for chain 1 space, chain CH3 space, or CHSP stands for chain 3 space, and then DC double crochet, PRV is previous, REP means repeat, RND means round, SLST is slip stitch, SP is space or spaces, and YO is yarn over. Then we have the wagon wheel square. We have the modified granny square. So yeah, it goes over different granny square stitches and patterns, should I say. The other book I had purchased was this book of distinctive, should I say, crochet. The Book of Distinctive Crochet. And it's just a book to help elevate your skills with unique patterns for bags and pillows. So a lot of information. It goes over, it has several different patterns for bags, summer bags and winter bags and drawstring, and a lot of information. So as you can see, this time I actually studied and made sure I knew my abbreviations and everything before I dove into crochet again. This book right here I purchased from Barnes and Nobles. This is called Crochet Secrets. It's by the Knotty Boss, and the Knotty Boss is on Instagram, and I learned that she is also on YouTube. This is over 100 tips and tricks to improve your crochet. This is a fairly thick book, like that distinctive pattern book. This book here was a little more costly. It was around, I think, $25. It is worth having. The other books, the crochet bag book and the crochet technique tip book, they range around $8 to $11. But this crochet book by the Knotty Boss, she goes over different things on how to tie the knot, different techniques. She goes over yarn. She goes over how to change colors and have it seamless, that seamless look. I learned how to work in colors and having that seamless look from this book. This book also teaches you how to tackle the seams. It's how to stack stitches, how to smooth out your ends, how to turn chains. It goes on and on and on and on. This book teaches how to put fringes and nice borders to your crochet projects. If you are a person that is into, I always say, if I'm not able to pronounce this name, I don't need to be actually creating this type of crochet. It is called amigurumi, I want to say. If I'm saying it wrong, excuse me. But it gives the secrets of amigurumi. This is how cute. That is a little lemon. So she gives all the tips and tricks, techniques to tackling this type of crochet art. How to close your gaps, invisible decreases, closing and opening, having a clean finish, how to put on the eyes, how to border, embroidery should I say, how to wrap stitches. It goes on and on and on. So this is a very helpful book for those who are into amigurumi and also just into crocheting. You can learn some different tricks to make sure that you have clean and seamless projects. Your projects can turn out really nice and gorgeous. So yeah, but I was gonna go over the difference between an inline and a taper. So this is a tapered. So you see, that is your point, and then that right there is your neck. So that is the point, that is the neck. Now with a inline, because I've purchased some inlines, some Susan Bate crystallites is what they are. They are 8 millimeter, which is a L11, through a 11.5, which is a P16. So the difference, if you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you see how this hook, the neck, it comes out some, and you see how this one here is more, it's more inline, it's more like drape, it's running right along the neck part. If you see it, if you see the difference of it, this is an inline right here, and this is a tapered. So most people use a tapered. I use this inline. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I like the tapered. And I just recently learned those difference. I didn't even know that there was a difference in hooks. You can also learn how to read your labels, your yarn labels. This is a yarn label. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and it goes over the lot number. If you need to look that up, it tells you your color of the yarn and the number. Usually it gives you a free pattern, so that's nice. And it tells you what type of yarn it is. This is 100% acrylic. It tells you the hook size that you need for this yarn, which is a US 8 or 5 millimeter. I'm sorry, that is for knitting. That is US 8 or 5 millimeter. That's for your knitting needles. The next one is for your crochet hook. So it shows you a little symbol of a crochet hook, and it tells you the US I9 or a 5.5 millimeter hook for your yarn. It tells you what size yarn. This is a medium 4 yarn. It tells you the degrees. So this is 40, I want to say 40 degrees Celsius it is. It tells you how many ounces. So this is 5 ounces. It's 142 grams, 252 yards and 230 meters. So you can learn how to read your labels, your yarn labels, so you'll know what to look for when you are working on a pattern. I also keep a notebook and a pen handy at all times, because I am a person who I create things without a pattern. As I was saying, I create a lot of bags and stuff really without a pattern. I can just pick up and I can start. So I always keep a notebook and a pen handy. This notebook has every bag that I have done in it. I've taken notes. I've written down how many stitches, how many chains for my foundation chain to get started, how many I needed to chain, if I needed 12, if I needed 35, so forth and so on. You want to keep track of that when you are creating. Don't wait until, okay, I think I want to do a pattern, write a pattern for this. That's a part of your pattern. That's a part of your foundation of that bag, of that hat, of that scarf, that blanket, whatever it is that you want to do. So write down, I would suggest writing down in the beginning, when you first start. And if you have to go back and make alterations, then you go back and you make excuse me, alterations to that pattern. If you have to change stitches and add change your chain and add another link in your chain, because that's what it is different. So many links, if you really look at it. So yeah, always keep a notebook and a pen handy and start. If you're just crocheting, you can just start with something in your mind. You get this idea, always write down in the beginning so you don't have to, what did I start out with? I need to make another one and if you need to make another one, then you need to know where you started when you made that first one. So you need to know how many chains you made. You know, if you had to do a slip stitch, if you had to go in rounds, how many rows. So yeah, always keep a pen and a notebook handy. So when I first started, I didn't even know how to read a pattern. So now I know how to read my patterns. I know, you know, what to look for, how many chains to do, how many, if I'm turning, if I need to add, whatever. I know how to read a pattern. I know this video probably will be a little long, but I think I have covered everything that I have used to learn how to crochet and what I am using to make sure that I am continuing to learn crochet, and I am advancing or progressing in crochet. If I learn something new, I'll come back with a video telling you that, hey, I learned something new. But as for right now, I think that is it. If you like what you have seen in this video, if it can help you in any way, please like my video, share the video, comment. Also subscribe if you have not subscribed already. I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you are having an amazing day and that you have an amazing week. And so I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.